by the hour right now. We're talking about the earthquake in Morocco. We have new numbers out right now, and now the death toll is at least 1,300, with many, many more thousands injured here in that devastating earthquake that we first brought you last night, and we continue to update you through the morning right here, as always, on Live Now from Fox. But we want to continue this conversation and bring in a special guest here on Live Now from Fox this hour. This is Paul Earl with the USGS. Thank you so much for coming on and giving us some insight of this terrible tragedy.
My pleasure, Mike. My sympathies for those that are affected by this devastating earthquake.
Yeah, so this is just so horrible when we talk about just so many lives lost here. But if you can just update our viewers here on the magnitude and what you are continuing to see with this earthquake.
Certainly, this is a magnitude 6.8 earthquake. This is an earthquake that's capable and did cause extensive damage. For comparison, this is similar in size to the 1989 Loma Prieta earthquake that affected San Francisco during the World Series.
Oh, man, yeah, and we know the devastation caused by that there. And when we talk about this high of a magnitude here in an area where infrastructure is not the most reliable, that could cause even more problems.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, earthquakes don't kill people, buildings kill people. It's the structures falling on people and injuring them. And in this case, unfortunately, some of these buildings were not able to withstand the shaking. And additionally, in Morocco, they've been hit by devastating earthquakes in the past, and their building structure has improved. But it was not able to withstand the shaking from this earthquake.
Now, typically, with an earthquake this size, is there warnings now for possible aftershocks as well?
An earthquake this large can have aftershocks and will have aftershocks. We've recorded one magnitude in the high 4s for this earthquake about 20 minutes after the main shock. Typically, you're going to get an earthquake that's about a magnitude unit less, so you could have another earthquake in the magnitude 5.8, or it's even possible to have a larger earthquake. Fortunately, this earthquake is having fewer aftershocks than we normally see for an earthquake this large, but we can't say there's not going to be another large aftershock capable of damage.
Now, when something like this happens here, how fast is it registered where all over the world they know of what just happened in Morocco? How is it just instantaneously?
Not instantaneously. It takes time for the seismic waves to travel from the earthquake to the seismic stations that are all around the world. An earthquake this large will register the instruments all the way, you know, in the United States and around the world. So to get a full characterization of the earthquake, it can take like about 20 minutes. However, the Moroccans have a local seismic network, and potentially they can know in seconds to get a preliminary estimation of where this earthquake is and how large it is.
And it's just something to see when you hear about this and the magnitude of it that it was, and it doesn't need to happen for long to see this amount of damage.
No, the shaking, the actual shaking can be fairly short. This earthquake, I'm sure it was less than a minute that the earthquake actually ruptured. And in that time, you can see an immense amount of damage, an immense amount of shaking caused by this earthquake.
Yeah, just terrible, terrible. But we appreciate you coming on here on Live Now from Fox and really giving us some great insight here. And we are hoping for the best for everyone there, and hoping that the aftershocks don't become a major problem as well. But Paul Earl with the USGS, thank you so much again for your time here on this Saturday afternoon.
You're welcome, Mike.
No problem. And of course, we will continue to update you all on this matter here. Really international news at its biggest right there. All right, everyone, we are going to take